Hello, welcome back to another 1001 Beers You Must Try Before You Die. Here with Quino and Tony again, and we've got a beer from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes!
And
It's Royal Extra Stout.
And when was it first brewed?
First brewed in the 1930s, and it's 6.6.
There we go. So how did you get hold of this?
A friend of mine, I don't think it was his honeymoon, but yeah, I knew he was there, so I sent him a message. Said, "Oh, while you're there,
Can you pick me up one of these? Amazing. That's
and yeah, he brought me back a
fantastic.
Does he like cricket?
I'm not sure.
Does he like reggae?
He's a Tottenham supporter, so
The Tennessee Sea gag is wasted on you.
I got that.
He's obviously got no
he loves it.
taste. Yeah.
Right.
Oh no!
Do you want to crack this one open then?
Yeah.
And would you like to read the tasting
Yeah,
notes?
so right, tasting notes. A deep ruby coloured beer with bitter chocolate, caramel, buttery malt and licorice. Dried fruit in the aroma. The taste is full and sweet with chocolate, coffee and hints of licorice.
Okay. And now I know that I do like their stouts because there's Guinness is a big thing over there.
The old Dragon Stout, of course.
The Dragon Stout, which I had very early. Which I had very early.
That's
on.
one that makes it into supermarkets and corner shops around these parts.
Yeah, I think you can find it in quite a lot.
Well,
So yeah, still selling
Just for
Tesco's.
Tony, I think that's about right.
Lovely. All right. So
Actually, it's Tony's beer, so Tony shoved the most as well. So that's perfect.
absolutely. So the bottle, it's fairly straightforward. There's not a lot to it. It's just a big lion and it says Royal Extra Stout and that's it.
Yeah.
It's
marks for brevity. It is what it is.
I must
Stands
say,
out.
it looks like a bottle design, and the label design is something that would have been found in the 1980s, 1970s.
Oh, actually, you're right. That looks like something from the late 70s.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's just in a bottle rack at the pub.
Yeah,
And you'd be like, yeah, go on then, I'll try some of that.
yeah,
And it would probably be about 2.4% or something.
yeah. But a light ale, this ain't. So it's a strong one.
What are you saying now about 2.4%? I was reading it earlier.
Yeah.
It's there's a reference to Mackerson.
Which
I
is-
literally didn't know this.
Which we've done as well. Brilliant. Right, should we look at it? So it's really quite dark, with a slight reddish hue.
Oh, it's a lovely colour, isn't it?
The head
The
head is quite dark.
molasses and cola, isn't
There's
it?
a slightly dark head as well. Should we go for the smell?
Oh, smells alright. I've got a big hit.
It smells of cola.
Yeah, it's very.
Well, I hope you washed your glass
Sweet.
out from the
I did.
from the creek.
I did.
Smells of cola. Yeah, stout mixed with creek, mate.
No. Right. Let's taste it. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what cheers is in Trinidad and Tobago. I imagine it's cheers. Oh, that's darn sweet.
That's good.
It's really interesting.
Mm.
It's got almost like a bubblegum
Yeah,
type quality to it. That is really interesting.
it is. Oh, I'll tell you what. Have you ever had this? Have you ever had that sweetbread?
Yeah.
That you can get from the Ocky Road. A couple of the shops do it. It's got that same sweetness to it. That back sweetness,
It's almost like malt loaf.
refined
Yeah,
sugar.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's rather nice.
What I like about that, it's got sweetness, but it's not cloying.
No.
It's not coating your mouth. It
It sort of hangs around at the front and the middle, but yeah, it doesn't coat.
It's got almost. I'm trying to discern. It's got a flavour that I recognise. I'm trying to just work out what it is. It's got.
I think.
But it's almost like you said Coke.
Yeah, it's a bit like
Nice one.
Coca-Cola.
Coke. I was thinking chicory.
Yeah, a little bit of chicory, maybe.
I mean, that's a Coke thing again, isn't it? Do you get chicory and cola? There's something in there. Although it's sweet, it's fairly dry in the taste. The sweetness doesn't linger or coat.
That is remarkably pleasant.
I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting much.
Don't think I've ever had anything quite like that before.
And then you get the burn of the alcohol that's starting to come in now. Not a huge burn, but it's a tingle. The aftertaste also comes differently. The aftertaste is roast and it's burnt. The sweetness disappears and you get kind of like burnt caramelised sugar.
That is
Which,
really,
if you like that kind of thing,
that's a
is
fascinating.
great.
That's a fascinating beer.
Yeah, I really didn't think we were going to get anything out of particularly different. With
That's
this
the best
beer.
Caribbean beer so far.
But what are the choices? That and, Wadali.
We had Wadali, didn't we? The Antiguan thing. You brought it back for me. And isn't there one from... Oh, and the Jamaican beers. There's the Dragon Stout and the Red Stripe. Red Stripe is one of the worst beers in the book by a country mile. The Dragon Stout was fine, but this is
it's nice.
really quite interesting.
That's
very, very interesting taste to it.
I would happily have one of them. Oh, that's what it is. That's where I was getting chicory from.
What is it?
So I've been rambling around all these camp coffee. That's what it is.
Yes.
It's alcoholic camp coffee.
It is.
That's what
You're
it
right.
is. That's where the chicory came from, because it's the flavouring in camp coffee is basically chicory. And
I've got
sugar.
a bottle of camp coffee, and I make coffee cake out of it. It's quite pleasant.
Wow. So there we go. Alcoholic camp coffee. I'm in.
That is
superb.
Yeah, that is really quite interesting. I really did quite like that. That's well done. I think who's it made by? Carib.
Carib. Right.
Yeah.
Carib Brewery Limited, Eastern Main Road, Champs Fleurs, Trinidad. Carib.
This was originally made by a brewery called Walters.
Oh.
The Carib brewery took them over.
Oh, interesting. Well, it is very interesting, very, very pleasant indeed.
Excellent. I definitely like cricket and I definitely like reggae. That's
Yes. Well, I love it. So, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you for another beer review very, very soon. Goodbye.